our own original drum pattern by recording our own parts into Garageband. This will give us some more input into our creations rather than just using loops in some sort of cut and paste fashion. So when you open Garageband, I'm going to choose an empty project and create a drum track. Alright, so this is a finished version of what I'd like you to have. And you can see there's five different tracks within Garageband. And this is something I did before the screencast, but I'm going to walk you through the steps. But here's something that you want to go for. So you get the idea. You see a 4-bar drum pattern of different parts, each one recorded on a different track. So in order to do this, you're going to open up, like I said, an empty project, click Choose, and then you're going to create a drum track through the Track menu. Play sounds from your Mac, and then change the sound to one of the drum kits. Now I encourage you to go ahead and experiment with different sounds included in each one of these drum sets and find which ones match your taste and style. I'm going to go with a scientific method. Why not? Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is find a bass drum sound. And you'll notice I'm using the musical typing window. You could use this if you like, however you have MIDI keyboards attached, so you don't really need to. If you'd like to though, the way you would get this is through the window menu and show musical typing. Let's see, is that our only... Alright, so that's our bass drum sound. Alright, so now I got my bass drum sound. I'm going to hit the cycle function, which brings up a 4-bar region of audio that's going to repeat over and over. 4 is exactly what we need, so I'm going to leave that as it is. But if we wanted to make it longer or shorter, that's how you would do it. Alright, so I'm going to go to the record menu and make sure I get 1 bar of count in. You could do 2 if you like. And I have an idea what I want to record, so I'm just going to go for it. Alright, so you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put on the metronome. The metronome is going to help us keep in time. So let's try that again. And then as it cycles through, you can give it a listen. Now chances are your input isn't going to be exactly 100% accurate. So to make it 100% accurate, which is what we need, we're going to quantize these notes to the 16th note. So you can see in the editor window, we have a piano grid notation, and you can see like some of these aren't quite exactly where they should be. Maybe they're a little bit ahead, maybe they're a little bit behind. You can see this one right here. That I was a little bit early there. So I'm going to quantize these to the 16th note, and it's going to move. It's going to move everything right to the correct part in the pattern. So now we have something that's workable that we can progress with. Alright, so I'm going to create a new track with duplicate settings. That way it comes up with your preferred drum kit. And I'm going to find a snare sound. Alright, I'm going to use that one. Alright, so I'm going to practice a little bit, see what I want to come up with. I think for this I'm just going to keep it simple and just do 2 and 4. So rewind, hit record. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now, do you notice here I was late? That was definitely behind the beat. So again, I'm going to go open up the quantize window, go 16th note, and now let's give this a listen. Now listen to it without the quantization. See, that was late. All right, so I'm going to go back to quantize, put that on 16th note, shifts everything over. Now I'm ready to go on with my hi-hat. All right, so I'm going to look for a cymbal, probably a hi-hat sound. All right, there's a closed hi-hat. That'll be good. This I'm just going to go straight eighth notes. That's an easy part. All right, now that that's in, same thing. I'm going to quantize this to the 16th note. Give it a listen. All right, so some things, it looks like I have some, I want to do some copy and pasting to finish this up. So I'm going to select that, hit copy, and then put that where I want it, and then do another one here. And I'm just doing Control C, Control V, and wherever. Oop, actually, I don't want one there. Let's see, and I don't want one there. 1 and 2. I do want one there. This one should be there. In fact, I'm going to try quantizing this to the 8th note instead and see if this. Yep, something a little funny there. Copy. And oop. All right, so I must have been pretty off on some of these. In fact, you know what? I'm having to do a little too much editing. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to re-record this. Oop. All right, so there's my recording sound. There's my hi-hat sound. Let's give that a listen. All right, you can see some of these are a little bit off. And these I happen to know, these are all 8th notes. So I'm going to quantize to the 8th note and see how this sounds. And that's correct. That's what I wanted. All right. And at this point, now you have a basic drum pattern. As you heard, that sound, that's complete. That's ready to go. You'd want to adjust everything and balance to the bass and the kick. But that sounds, that's usable. You could add that to your loop library if desired. But I'm going to go and duplicate the settings again. And I'm going to start adding some different parts just for color. R is a shortcut for record, and since I'm using musical typing, every now and then I hit it and it accidentally starts recording. All right, I kind of like the sounds that I'm getting from the letters T and Y. I'm going to go ahead and record something. I'm just going to practice a little bit. Alright, so I think I got basically what I want to play, so I'm going to go ahead and record this. And I'm going to go ahead and quantize to the 16th note. And let's give this a listen. Oh, so it looks like I have to do some editing here. I wasn't quite happy with what went on in the 4th bar. Alright, but you get the idea. And then you can go in the 4th bar and you could, shift this over. Whatever you heard that you didn't like, it seemed a little bit too busy to me. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of this, and get rid of this. See what that sounds like. I'm going to get rid of that too. Or the other thing I could do is maybe I change the sound, because now I can drag it up and down in the piano editor to another color. All right, this I want on beat 2. And this I don't want. Let's try it here. Why not? Let's put it on. Yeah, that's what I want. All right. So now I have my completed drum pattern in 4 different tracks, and you can keep on adding tracks until you get all the colors and the patterns that you want. So that's this week's assignment. Have some fun with this one. Explore some of the sounds. Practice some different parts. Don't forget to quantize. And that's it. Enjoy the assignment.